Hi, I'm Virginia Brown, the founder of the BioElectric Shield company. Today we're going to do a polishing demonstration with both styles, the satin and the polished shields. When you're polishing a shield, you want to use a newspaper to protect whatever you have underneath. In this case, I have a ramp just so that it will face the camera. You're going to want to use a polishing kit and gloves, so I'm going to put some gloves on. And the first shield that we're going to polish today would be the highly polished finish. So on this shield you can see there's a little bit of tarnish right around the loop, and this is the back of the shield. So I'm going to use the polishing cloth that comes with the kit that we sell. It's the sunshine cloth, and generally speaking, when you're polishing a shield, it's a good idea to start with just pressing down on it. As you can see, I have some gloves on, and the reason why is because the oil from your hands will just contribute to creating more tarnish. So, not to mention that your hands will stay a lot cleaner if you do it this way. Now, this works great for the center of the shield, but when right around the top loop area, you may have to put one hand underneath it and just kind of push there, and you'll see in a moment that the tarnish comes off really quite nicely. So now I'm going to flip it over to the front, and there's some tarnish on the front here. I'm going to follow the same idea of pushing down, and then because of the curve right at the edge, you'll have to put your other hand underneath so that you can get to the whole surface of the curve of the shield. And right now I'm working on the tab area, and you can see I have one side that's completely tarnish free, and then now I'm just going to grab it and work directly on the top and see if I can just get that off. This does take a little bit of muscle, but if you do it with some frequency, it goes pretty quickly. And we're almost there. And a little bit more. Now, if you still have, this is great that this is happening on the video because I can show you. If you really have trouble, then I'd go back to the back of where you're pushing down on it. That really seems to produce the most effective results because, you know, you're putting a lot more strength into it that way. So to get the tarnish around the tabs, you can actually take your fingernail, push it on the polishing cloth, and just rub with a good amount of pressure. And as you can see, that's what we've done all the way around the shield, and it looks very polished and very nice and ready to wear. This is a satin shield, and you're going to repeat all the steps that we showed you for the high mirror finish polished shield. So you do that first, and then once you've polished the tarnish off both sides of the shield, then you're going to use the satin pad, which is something that we sell in our polishing kit. So we polished this shield off camera since you just watched the polishing process, and now we're going to use the brush pad that comes in the BioElectric Shield polishing kit, and that's also going to get more of the tarnish off. Couple of comments. One, you know, when you've had a shield and you haven't polished it for a long time, it will take quite a while to get all that tarnish off because it's been, you know, going in layers, possibly for months. So the first time is going to take a lot longer than if you do it on a regular basis. Secondly, you'll notice there's a little dent in this shield, and it's a shield that works perfectly well as a room shield, and in fact we use it at the BioElectric Shield main office. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you the polishing with the satin pad, or the satinizing pad. I just go in a circular motion. Now this is the back, so I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time on that, since that generally will go right next to your skin or on top of a clothing garment. The main thing would be to focus on the front, because that's what's, if you're going to be wearing this outside your clothing, that's what everybody will see. So I always start by handling the center and just pushing with quite a bit of force, and you're rebrushing the shield. We have a high-speed polisher that uses this exact same material, and that's what gives it the satin look. So you do the middle first, and then I just do a V shape. I go a V right here, and then across here, and then I come up from the other side, and you end up with a really lovely pattern. If you want just a circular pattern, that's perfectly fine. And by the way, the dent doesn't make any difference in the performance of the shield, so this is all really just about appearance at this point. So here's the finished version after we've used the satin pad, and that's how you do a satin shield. So thanks for joining us for this polishing session, and if you have any questions, you can simply email us. The address is on our website, info@bioelectricshield.com, or give our office a call, and we'll be happy to walk you through any of the details of polishing a shield.